What's happening, Monarch Militia? We're back here with the start of a new series, as you can probably tell by the title and the thumbnail. We're here on some good old Fallout 4. Recently, I went ahead and made a Battlefront 2 video, and it kind of got me thinking about games that I've played before and I'd like to go ahead and revisit, very similar to Battlefront 2. Got me thinking even further of games that I've played before and never beat. But as you can see for this series, we got a little bit of Vault Tech lighting. We got the blue, we got a little bit of yellow back there, yellowish orange. So kind of neat. Not only that, to start this series out, I actually have a Fallout inspired drink that we'll be making up here. We'll get into that later on, but we got that. So we're gonna go ahead, start out with a brand new game. I'm not gonna mess around with the one from last year or anything like that. And although I want to go ahead and focus mainly on story stuff, I think for this first episode of this playthrough, we'll go ahead and kind of just run around for a good start. So I'll get like some power armor, I'll get some decent weapons, I'll just kind of get a little bit kitted up and we'll go from there. So anyway, enough yapping. Let's go ahead and finally dive into Fallout 4 here in 2025.
War.
Change.
War never changes.
Man. Remember the first time I watched this, I got crazy chills. Still kind of do, just a little bit, but
1945,
man, did this hit hard whenever I first saw it.
serving in the army, wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the US ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon.
It's crazy too to learn over the years.
Instead,
Those little ball turrets under the
something miraculous happened.
or turrets underneath of the
We began to
planes
use
and
the
stuff.
atomic
Those
energy not
were
as a
death
weapon,
traps, just
but as
I
a
think they
nearly
called 'em, like,
limitless source of power.
coffins or something like
People
that.
enjoyed luxuries once
Flying
thought the realm of
coffins.
science fiction.
Because
Domestic robots,
the gunner was just trapped in there and
fusion-powered cars,
easily able to be targeted.
portable computers.
Kind of cool to learn these things and then jump back into Fallout
then,
and see that sort of stuff.
In the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory.
Man, to have a
It
power
is now
armor
the
suit in
year
real life, that'd be sick.
2077. We stand on the brink of total war.
I'd imagine that sort of stuff
I'm
probably
afraid.
exists. We just don't have everyday
For
access to it.
myself, for my wife, for my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
All right, that gave me a little bit of chills. Bit of chills there. I always mix up this little cutscene too. The whole like black and white sort of cutscene and all the war stuff. I always mix it up in my mind with Call of
War
Duty
never
World War
changes.
II. I don't know why. Gotta kind of ignore the whole like tilting of the head. Stick drift on the controller is gonna probably make that a constant thing. Yep. So we can't do any facial hair? I could have sworn we could do facial hair. Maybe that's more of like a Fallout 76 thing. I don't think we can really pick up anything here. We could just kind of interact with it, kind of check it out prior to the bombs dropping, stuff like that. But it's pretty cool to see all this stuff prior to bombs dropping, what it all looked like. Oh, Sean's crying. I think that's his name, Sean? Yeah.
You know, I was nervous at first, but Codsworth's really good with Sean.
Enjoy your coffee, sir. Ah, chores and more chores. My endless joy.
Codsworth is like a highlight to me. He's just like a special character whenever it comes to Fallout 4, mainly because I didn't get very far in the story, so I did nothing but really talk to Codsworth. All right, let's go ahead, continue the story then. We'll talk to the Vault Tech employee, the Vault Tech rep. Well, I already know everything about it, so we'll just get kind of straight to the point.
Good morning.
Isn't it?
Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy I
Oh,
am to
stick
finally
drift
speak
even
with you.
messes up this
I've been
stuff.
trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
Yo, this guy sounds like Grandpa Max from Ben 10.
Then I'm glad you caught up with me.
Oh, me too. You have no idea.
110% the same actor.
Now, I know you're a busy fellow, so I won't take up much of your time. Time
Gotta
being
be.
a
Just
precious
not as
commodity.
deep as Grandpa
I'm
Max's, but
here
it
today
has to be
to
the
tell
same
you
actor.
that because of your family's service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Sounds great.
Sounds great.
Oh, it is. Believe you me. Now, you're already cleared for entrance in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. I just need to verify some information. That's all.
It wasn't intended to do this, but things happened that kind of just brewed up this little brainstormed idea. So let's go ahead and get into it. A couple of expired things that I've consumed, and this is yet again one of them. We have a NFL Pepsi from 2021 here that we're gonna go ahead, crack open, mix it in with coffee. I feel like that really fits the Fallout setting. I didn't want to go ahead and open this. This was actually just something I wanted to collect, keep sealed and everything else, but I was playing some games the other night and I heard like a very faint hissing. Somehow, some way, this bad boy got a little teeny tiny pinhole right in the top of it. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what caused it. I didn't have it near anything where it would have gotten punctured. They're just recommendations, right? Expiration isn't too crazy. Can't be that bad. I think it's very fitting. I mean, if we even look at the screen right now, we have the little vault boy with the coffee and everything, sipping on some coffee with his morning paper. Didn't want to open this, like I said, but here we are. Actually smells like a brand new Pepsi. I had a little bit of like syrup on the bottom of this and it smelled very fishy. It smelled like cracking open a can of sardines or something like that. Like it smelled rancid. This, it's nothing too crazy. It smells like a fresh Pepsi. I'm not big on like drinking soda all the time. It's a very occasional thing for me. Maybe it's a little bit off from a regular Pepsi, but from my recollection, it smells very similar. See how it tastes. A little bit flat, I'd say. It doesn't have like crazy carbonation or anything like that, but it tastes like a Pepsi. NFL, if you're seeing this, Pepsi, if you're seeing this, could we maybe get another one of these brand new this year, 2025? It'd be great. It's just right. Got our Fallout beverage for Fallout 4. Like it. Feel like we're actually in the wasteland. I did kind of look up some things to kind of freshen the mind on what's good with this game, so I think intelligence will help me with everything else as the game progresses, and as I level up, I'm gonna get all these things maxed out anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and max out intelligence. Not something I'd normally do, but we're gonna do it anyway. And thanks to playing a lot of Fallout Shelter recently, I kind of remember what all these things are really good for, and gonna go ahead, bump up the endurance a little bit for health. We're also gonna do agility a little bit, as well as strength a little bit. Bada bing, bada boom. Other things will be leveled up as time progresses in this game, so I think that's a good start.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
I think I even mentioned that
thanks
last time
Hey,
playing
it's
this,
peace of mind.
whenever doing
It's
the
all the little paperwork. Right.
little start
you and
of this
Sean, no
playthrough on
price is
live
too high.
stream.
In
Could
my
have sworn I mentioned that that sounded like Grandpa Max. What's up, big guy?
How are the two most important men in my life
And she just
doing?
teleports in here.
Spin the mobile a bit. He loves that.
All right.
Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Sounds fun.
Sounds like fun.
Sir, Mum, you should come and see this.
Codsworth, what's wrong?
Oh boy.
Followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions.
A little bit unfortunate because this doesn't really hold the intensity that I'd like it to, just because of how many times I've seen this and how much I know the start to this game.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
It's
Oh my
interesting
God.
to think that the
We need to
East
get to the
Coast
vault.
gets
Now!
hit.
I've got Sean. Let's go.
Like, what makes them target the East Coast? Go, 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 go.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant, adult male, adult female.
That's it? No name or
Good
anything?
luck, ma'am. And God help us all.
It's like it was all set from the beginning, the whole point of this.
Everything we can. Now keep moving.
Now, I don't remember how to crouch in this game, but I've seen before, maybe it was just trickery, maybe it was false information. I guess it was just trickery. Can't sit there and swipe the guy's power armor before we get into the vault.
Almost there. We're gonna be okay.
Must just be some
I
sort of
love you.
mod or something
Both
like
of you.
that.
We love you too. Oh my God!
Dang.
Hold on!
Go, 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 go. Crouch. Why are we not crouching? I was gonna say. Mr. Russell?
We did it.
Mrs. Abel?
We made it.
Mr. Whitfield? Mrs. Whitfield? Mr. Abel? So this guy's just a solo individual? He has no wife? Aw.
Stairs in an orderly fashion. No need to worry, folks. We'll get everyone situated in your new home. Vault 111. A better future underground.
I'm also kind of curious. I'm experimenting with the Creator Club or Creations Club stuff. So I don't think that they're actual mods. I think that they're just there and you can use them if you want. But I'm intending to go ahead and try to customize my vault suit later on then,
What now?
if I can. But I don't know if they're mods or not. My aim is to actually do a real playthrough of this where I can get all the achievements and everything else. So hopefully that stuff doesn't interfere. Did I go too fast? Jumping the gun, I guess. Jumping the gun.
Procedure complete. In 5, 4, 3.
Goodness gracious. Oh, stick drift. Dang, 10 out of 10. I was just gonna kind of sit back and watch this unfold. Is it always this blurry? I don't remember it being this blurry.
Everything's gonna be fine.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because we don't even really know who these people are throughout most of the story from what I understand. Dang. Oh, okay. There's the clear face that we can see. Okay. At least we still have the backup. Golly, man. Oh snap. How convenient that it's basically just us that ends up opening and everything. All these individuals. Wait, did they took out everyone? Oh.
Why would Vault-Tec do this?
Vault-Tec didn't do this. No pun intended, just because we're in this whole cryopod area, but getting some, like, chills just at the thought of this. Like, I don't know. I already know that all this stuff goes down, but I don't know, it always hits. Can't really remember what all is important inside the vault before we leave. I know that we run into, like, a rad roach. Yeah, there's a rad roach. I know that we end up getting a pistol soon. But other than that, I can't remember what all is really useful. Guess we could just take all this junk here. Got a stim pack there, that's useful. Cigarette box, cigarette. Even though it's all kind of junk, I know that this stuff is somewhat useful as we progress a little bit. Break it down for like scrap and all that. But there's the security baton. I was gonna say there's a weapon somewhere. Man, I don't remember it being this good at like hitting things. I felt like before I had to like get all up close and personal with them. Yeah, this is like insanely good. Not to mention how well these graphics have held up over the years. I know that it's kind of improved just because this is Xbox Series S and X, but these graphics are pretty solid. I think I gotta use this to open up that door. Open evacuation tunnel. Boom. Wait, what's over here? Bobby pin, that's good. Yep, alright. Man, if only my aim was a little bit better. Oh my gosh, there we go. Grab all this meat. Pretty sure, yeah, there's some vault suits. Might as well collect these. I think these become useful later on, I'm not entirely sure. A little bit more ammo. That's the spot that we were just at. Alright, pretty sure that's everything besides the Pip-Boy now. I think I can also pick up that one little piece of paper as well, if I'm not mistaken. There it is. Little Pip-Boy. I still think it'd be cool to have one of these in real life, like a fully functional, use it as a cell phone type of thing. Like a full-blown computer on your wrist. I know that we can kind of do that with a cell phone, but just the concept of the Pip-Boy itself, just the way it is, I think that'd be sick. Change tabs with that. Okay. All that sort of stuff. I think I can also change view, if I'm not mistaken. No. Okay. Oh, I forgot the maps on this. I just crashed. Oh, I didn't even save all that. Now I gotta go all the way back through the vault and whatnot. I think it broke just because I tried to go look at the map, so I'm not gonna do that again. We're just gonna let it boot up and we're gonna back right out. Do the whole thing that it's showing us. Boom, boom. And now exit. Okay. See, we didn't do exactly what it was saying before, so that's probably what broke the game. Jeez. Blinding lights. I think I gotta take it easy. I keep rushing through it, and I think that's kind of making the game stutter a little bit. Can I actually squeeze under that? No, I didn't think so. Just waltz right in. Here we go. Little sip of our homemade Nuka-Cola, pretty much. I know it's not Coca-Cola, but probably the closest thing that we can get to some all-out beverage. Something that I always was a little bit silly about was paying attention to quests. Find the cache of vault jumpsuits. I'm really starting to think I might have to uninstall all the stuff. I don't understand why I keep having the game freeze and just crash. It's either the stuff that I added to the game or it's something to do with doing anything but what the game tells me. Take all that, take that. Make sure we loot everything around here. Love me some Nuka-Cola bottles. Probably the coolest bottle to ever exist, or at least one of the coolest bottles. Don't own any myself, but I know that they exist out there, and I think they look pretty cool. I can't remember everything important to do as soon as you exit the vault, but I'm pretty sure you just head home, and then there's like 3 good little locations scattered around. I think something near the water tower way over there that we can barely see in the distance. We have a trunk that's beside the river somewhere, and then we also have a cellar that we could also grab some good loot, some good like food and other little necessities. Go ahead and talk to Codsworth here.
It's really you!
Still here?
You're still here. So, other people could still be alive too.
But of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? But you seem the worse for wear. best not let the wife see you in that state.
Little volume change. It felt like it was a little bit quiet.
They killed her.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
He's gone. God.
Gotta break it all to him.
Someone took him. Someone stole my son.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
100 years?
200 years? What? Are you?
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Or give or take a little, for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can bring you up a snack? You must be famished.
Oh, that was odd. The audio, like, cut out. Didn't even hear half that.
Codsworth, you're acting...
I don't hear any of it. What the heck?
A little bit weird.
I think my headset must have cut off.
Wrong?
Well, that's a bummer.
Oh, sir, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries.
Hopefully the recording's still getting this, because I'm not hearing it.
To serve? I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing.
Come on now.
Nuclear fallout from vinyl wood.
There we go, okay.
Nothing. And don't
That was
get me
odd.
started about the
No reason that it should have disconnected, but we're back.
And the car, how do you polish rust?
Stay with
Stay
me,
with me,
Codsworth.
pal. Focus.
Oh, I thought he said Codsworth whenever he does that.
Anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead.
Well, a third of us are.
Holotape. I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Thank you.
Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? The missus and young Sean may turn up yet.
Man. Maybe.
I don't know, Codsworth.
Follow me.
Alright. Well, I know that we need to get that Codsworth. Or not Codsworth, the Grognak the Barbarian. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have a special book somewhere in here. Yeah, there it is. Boom, and we'll throw this into... I guess we'll throw it into Endurance, why not? I can't believe we had all that Nuka coal and it's just gone. Who raided the house? Oh, he already took care of some of them. Oh, snap. I don't remember Codsworth doing all this crazy stuff. Got all these goodies down here. Some Radaway, Cram, Salisbury steak. Oh wait, these are sealed. Okay. Couple of stouts. It's just a regular can. Sugar bombs. Mac and cheese.
Lock's really strong.
I actually don't remember what points you need for that sort of stuff, to be honest. If any at all. What sort of special ability correlates to that? Some pre-war money, nice. Nothing but bottle caps around these parts.
The missus and young Sean.
They aren't here. Sean's out there.
Sean's out there, Codsworth. I need to find him.
What about Concord, sir? Plenty of people there. And last I checked, they only pummeled me with sticks a few times.
Imagine trying to pummel a robot with sticks. Come on now.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir.
Unless they're big sticks, maybe they were big, thick sticks. I'm trying to picture like little twigs that you're just batting down a robot with. We're not even really getting into the nitty gritty of this game. It's just such a vibe. Roaming around. Mainly because I'm a looter. I just like looting things whenever it comes to games like this. It's very strange, but I will sit here and scavenge for hours. I feel like it's kind of the equivalent to just exploring and mining in Minecraft. It's kind of just my cup of tea. I just like roaming around, collecting things, whether they're useful or not. See, that was a blue shirt. That I think that's a custom thing. I'm not mistaken. Blue Vault 111 t-shirt. Let me try this on. What's that look like? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a custom thing. Is that a holotape? No, that's a crunched up cigarette carton. Speaking of holotape, let's go ahead, throw in that one that we have. Mods, junk. Not junk, is it? No. Hi, honey. There we go. Pop this in. I don't recall ever hearing this.
See? No, no, no. Fingers away. There we go. Okay. Just say it. Right there. Right there.
Come on now. Jeez.
Yay.
Oh, yo.
Hi, honey.
Why is my aim so bad? There we
I
go.
don't think that Sean and I need to tell you how great of a father you are. But we're going to anyway.
Yo, you could cherry? W.
Our patient
Alright,
is a saint,
turn up
am
the
I right
audio a
to
little
say?
bit. It felt like it was still kind of quiet.
Look, with Sean and us all being
This
home
might be
together,
tricky with
it's been an
stick
amazing
drift. There we go.
So I know our best days are
Ah,
done.
it is kind of tricky. The
There'll be
game doesn't want to cooperate properly.
things we need to adjust to. You'll rejoin the civilian workforce.
No, I don't. There we go.
Take the dust off my law degree.
This really is tricky with stick drift.
And everything we do, no matter
I
how
just keep
hard,
busting bobby pins because I can't like twist it back the way I want to.
Say goodbye, Sean.
Stop, stop, stop.
Say bye-bye. Come on.
There we go. It's nearly impossible. I think there's also a safe in this house if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Wait, nope, that's not it. Right there it is. Let's attempt this. No, stop, stop. Jeez, man. There we go.
Sweet.
Get all these goodies. Makeshift bomb. It just blows up in my face. Some bobby pins. That makes up for all the ones that I broke. And I think there's only one house left to go ahead and loot then. Oh, shoot. A big one. Golly. Now we're going to go ahead, follow the river. And I'm going to find that little trunk to go ahead and loot. Might have been a little bit silly about this. I think it's on the other side of the water. Somewhere over that way. Mirelurk eggs? I don't remember all this stuff being here. What the heck? Yo, I must not have wandered this way, because I do not recall there being Mirelurks this close to Sanctuary. I thought these were things that you had to wander way out of Sanctuary, like way off the map pretty much. Genuinely didn't know that they spawned this close. There's the trunk, wow. Surely enough. Fishing rod, I don't know that I can really use that, but I'll take it. I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I didn't explore this game enough. Now we got all the raider stuff on. I could throw on a utility suit, but it kind of takes up all this armor that I just equipped, so it's not really useful right now. Now we're gonna go ahead, probably head over to the water tower. There's the purified water. And there's a stim pack and purified water, and that's about it. Go ahead and
Hey,
get
boy.
dog.
What are you doing out here all by yourself?
Dog found. So what'd you find? The heck? Somebody here? No. Growling at something. Oh, there we go. Okay, more rats. I guess there is stuff to deal with. Jeez. Oh, dang. Why'd the one look kind of furry? These ones are just like skinned. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it was just dark and I couldn't really tell. Gonna spring out. Playing whack-a-mole. We good? Oh, jeez, dude. That's why they look furry. They just have dirt on them. Pretty sure I can modify color. Yeah, okay. I could change it to whatever I want then. Do I want dirty? I think I do. Yeah, dirty seems very fitting. It's like a dark, more like maroonish sort of red. Pretty cool. I can even customize the number? No shot. Wow. Definitely a 10 out of 10. It's a nice little touch to kind of keep it more personal. I think if I scrap some of this stuff around here, which I'll go ahead and do real quick, I can actually get some customization for my suit. Now I can add some stuff. Yep. We go from 5 to 10. It adds a little bit more weight, but that's the best that I can do all around. I don't really have the experience for anything else. Still can't get over the fact that we have a red suit. That's actually insanely cool. And as much as I like the 111 and the 76 and stuff like that, whenever it comes to suits, just something about that no number, it makes it so much cleaner. So I know at the start of this, I kind of mentioned, I sort of brushed over it, that I was going to do a lot of stuff off camera. But I think for this first episode, we're just going to kind of prepare ourselves for the entire story. We're going to try and get a little bit set up, a little bit equipped. We're going to get all the goodies that I think are cool, the stuff that I like, and some pretty useful stuff that maybe you guys yourselves, if you're playing Fallout 4, maybe you want to return to it or anything like that, might find useful yourselves. We even have a fat man over here. And then we can even get a little mini nuke, I believe, up here. Yep. Now we have all that, we go ahead, slap that hollow tape that we just got from the computer into our Pip-Boy. And we can control this guy. I want to get the fusion cores out of it so I can have plenty for power armor and stuff like that, because that's just kind of how I like to play Fallout. There we go. Takes a hot minute, but you got to go ahead and just cause the self-destruct, and eventually it'll happen. Oh snap, oh snap, oh snap. Easy now, fellas, jeez. So there we go, we got 2 fusion cores out of that, and then all these other little goodies here. And of course, it made a scene, so we got to deal with some mole rats. We got our paint job that I like to go ahead and do. Hot Rod is genuinely my favorite paint job in this game, or at least one of them. So now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves some power armor. It's kind of dark, but right around here, yeah. Right around here is the power armor. At least it kind of makes sense. A lot of times, whenever I start the game out, I get power armor that has like a right arm and a left leg, and then maybe the helmet and no chest piece or any of the other stuff. So it looks kind of wonky, but this one, not too shabby. Go ahead and snag this bad boy up in here. Maybe. Let me go ahead and get back into first person, that might help. Go ahead, snag this. Round flight helmet. And I'm pretty sure that's all that was in here. Yeah. Now that we have our power armor and all that, I think we'll head back towards these cars and then probably head back to that little circuit board that I interacted with earlier, because I never grabbed the weapon from there, which I always like to do. So it should be kind of this way. I've never really walked to it from this direction. I always just go straight up the mountain after I interact with the little switch, but we'll go ahead and snag that real quick. Go ahead and loot this little area. Boom. A little bit of jet. Right away. Okay, so right there's the fridge, then right there's the thing I interacted with. We'll just head up the mountain this way. There's that. Then you just follow the hose up to this. And it's got some goodies here. I always like to do this. If there's anything I actually remember after leaving the vault, this is one of them, because you can get the snub nose 44 pistol. And I don't know what it is, but something about revolvers I like, so this is just one of those little things that's always been a highlight to me. Now that we're back at Sanctuary, I think we'll go ahead and end it here. Very good little start here. We got some power armor, all sorts of stuff like that. We got the cellar, we got the trunk, we got the snub nose pistol, we got a fat man, and we got dog meat. I think that's a pretty solid start. We didn't really jump into anything story-wise, but I thought this first episode would be very good to go ahead and just kind of get ourselves set up. So if you guys have any tips and tricks, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll catch you in the next one. With that, peace out, Monarch Militia. As always, spread love, radiate positivity, and try to smile. See ya.